Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Cowboys hints all point to one major NFL draft move. Sometimes, the NFL draft doesn't require overthinking. Just follow the clues, and in the Cowboys' case, the message is starting to write itself. Stephen Jones said it plainly: Dallas is actively looking for an explosive WR2 to complement CeeDee Lamb. And if that wasn't enough of a breadcrumb, their list of official 30 visits is making the rest pretty obvious. Of the known names brought in so far, no position group has been more targeted than wide receiver. In fact, all three receivers on the 30-visit list are projected first-round picks. Meanwhile, no other position other than running back has two known 30 visits with first-round projections. That's what we like to call tea leaves, ladies and gentlemen, and they make for a pretty clear telltale, don't you think? Yes, offensive line is a need. Yes, cornerback and defensive tackle still lack long-term certainty. But if you're asking which position the Cowboys are most aggressively vetting with their top pick, it's wide receiver. And in the way it's being telegraphed, it's not particularly close. Whether it's Emeka Egbuka, Tetaroa McMillan, Luther Burden III, or Matthew Golden, the Cowboys are positioning themselves to grab a day-one impact player who immediately relieves the pressure on Lamb and Prescott. Dallas employs an assortment of other options on the roster at present. And none of this has to be taken as an insult directed at Jalen Tolbert, Jonathan Mingo, Cavonte Turpin, Jalen Brooks, Ryan Flournoy, or Paris Campbell. But Stephen said it. The visits confirmed it. Now the only question left is, which one will they take? Not many New England Patriots fans were happy with the haul the team received for trading Joe Milton III to the Dallas Cowboys. Despite rumors of the team seeking a third-round pick in return, the Cowboys merely forked over a fifth-round pick to acquire the 6'5" athletic gunslinger. However, many feel the timing of the trade is not a coincidence. While a Milton trade felt inevitable due to his sharing of a draft class with Drake May, it deliberately came right before the Patriots' voluntary sessions, according to ESPN's Mike Rice. New head coach Mike Vrabel sees those training sessions as a meaningful checkpoint of the offseason, making Rice believe it is a potential reason for the trade. The timing of the Joe Milton trade, according to a source familiar with the team's thinking, wasn't a coincidence, Rice wrote. Monday marks the start of the team's voluntary program, and Vrabel views that as a meaningful checkpoint in the process of establishing team culture and the dynamic that ideally unfolds within each position group. Many see the trade as the Patriots putting their full faith in May, who is coming off an impressive rookie campaign. However, some also see it as a potential sell-high moment, given Milton's boom-or-bust skill set. While Milton would have been a nice long-term backup behind May, many fans see the potential in him to possibly grow into a larger role. He has a chance to do that with the Cowboys, where he will work behind the older, injury-prone Dak Prescott. The Cowboys have no reason to replace Prescott just yet, but their franchise quarterback is coming off a hamstring injury that limited him to just 8 games in 2024. Dallas' previous longtime backup, Cooper Rush, signed with the Baltimore Ravens in free agency, essentially giving Milton the backup job. Milton's trade sends him on another path in what is already an eventful career. The former 4-star recruit began his college career at Michigan before transferring to Tennessee after 3 years. He spent another 3 seasons with the Volunteers before entering the 2024 NFL Draft, where the Patriots took him in the 6th round. Now, 1 year into his professional career, Milton is already onto his second NFL team. NFL rumors: Cowboys predicted draft trade with Panthers lands new Dak Prescott weapon. The NFL Draft is right around the corner, and it's not entirely clear what the Dallas Cowboys plan to do with the running backs. However, one mock draft indicates the franchise could make a trade up for a top wide receiver. In the latest mock draft by Ian Valentino of the 33rd team, the Cowboys are pegged to trade up from number 12 to number 8 with the Carolina Panthers. In Valentino's mock draft, he has the Las Vegas Raiders trading back with the San Francisco 49ers. So, Dallas moving up to number 8 would give them the chance to select Arizona Wildcats wideout Tataroa McMillan before the Raiders can get their hands on him in this scenario. Dallas is the next team to trade up, as it wants to beat the Raiders for a playmaker. Tataroa McMillan is the ideal fit with CeeDee Lamb, boasting elite size and creation after the catch. Dak Prescott would love to have two unique receivers who would make his job easier. This also allows Dallas to take a running back in round 2 instead of reaching on a non-premium position at number 12. McMillan is viewed as the top wide receiver prospect in the 2025 class outside of Colorado's Travis Hunter, assuming he doesn't play cornerback full-time. Adding Tataroa to the Cowboys' offense would certainly give the team a nice jolt, especially in the passing game. Prescott would suddenly have two premier wideouts to throw to, as McMillan has a strong chance of becoming a solid wide receiver in the league. It's a big trade scenario that requires a lot of moving parts. Additionally, if the Raiders want McMillan that badly, they could simply just draft him with the number 6 pick overall and avoid a trade back with the 49ers altogether. Additionally, the Panthers are a team that could use a star wideout themselves to give quarterback Bryce Young more options in the passing game. Regardless, this would be a dream scenario for the Cowboys. Jerry Jones and the front office would be able to improve the wide receiver room immediately and still have a premier second-round pick they can use on essentially any player they want. The NFL Draft kicks off on Thursday, April 24th. There is plenty of talent available, but we won't know what the Cowboys plan to do until the draft officially begins. Cowboys draft polls: should Tyler Warren be a consideration? Possible O-line adjustments? This week, we present 5 newly crafted draft-related questions, all obviously focused on the Dallas Cowboys. Cast your vote on each and leave your opinions in the comment section. Last season, the Cowboys' tight end group caught one touchdown between them, and that was by Luke Schoonmaker. Jake Ferguson had his struggles last year, and Brevin Spanford was a clear blocking tight end with little to offer in the receiving game. Tyler Warren is a huge blue-chip player and one of the best all-around tight ends we've seen come through the draft in recent years. We all know Dak Prescott loves to utilize his tight ends, and Warren would be a huge target on offense to play with, certainly in the red zone where they struggled massively last year. Some people are asking whether the East Carolina standout cornerback is worth a first-round pick. Siobhan Revel is a talent at the position, that's for sure, but with only one full season under his belt in college, he comes with some serious concerns. Last year, Revel missed most of the season with a torn ACL and will more than likely unavailable for the start of the season. With the injury issues the defensive back position had last year for Dallas, is it worth another medical issue joining the rotation, or is the talent just that good? The Cowboys traded with the New England Patriots for the Tennessee Volunteers quarterback. Joe Milton III now sits second on the depth chart for Dallas, but does that preclude the team from drafting a quarterback late in the draft? There's plenty of talk Will Campbell from LSU could be available to pick for Dallas in the first round. He's an athletic monster that is so difficult to shift in both the passing and running game. But his reach and wingspan are a huge concern for Campbell coming unit he pros. With such short arm length, could he be the Zach Martin replacement? Sticking with the Zach Martin replacement talk, some people have suggested that moving Cooper Beebe into the right guard position could herald big positive results. Beebe was a ray of sunlight on an otherwise cloudy season for the Dallas offensive line. He was one of the most productive players and managed to get his snapping perfected. Moving him would put the right guard back as a safe position, but would mean drafting a center in this year's draft. And you, fan? What do you think about Tyler Warren's situation? Write to us in the comments.